Good afternoon, Andy.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Now, a lot of people tuned in yesterday. We had loads of messages saying, I can't wait for Andy to come on, talk about the game. I've changed the doctor's appointment. I had a meeting. I've put it back. I've pulled over into a lay-by. I've changed my lunch hour.
Honestly, you ghouls.
Yeah.
Just want to see me suffer.
Chardon Forster. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before Chelsea sign Chardon Forster. But Andy, you're quite. I think you're quite stoic about it. Sanguine, yeah.
Yes, I think the thing is that I had a long chat with Jason Cundy after the match.
Sounds like a little mini support group. We are
a little support group, and we have a good moan together sometimes. But we both felt the same thing. I thought Chelsea played pretty well, actually, and it was a very unfortunate set of circumstances that it ended up. With Gusto being sent off, which I thought was pretty harsh. And up to that point, I thought, given that Villa are supposed to be one of the best teams in the league, or one of the better teams, I thought Chelsea outplayed them. I thought it's the same old story. If you don't put the ball in the net, confidence sinks away, and eventually you're probably going to concede.
Yeah, it's clearly playing on their minds every chance. I mean, like the Chilwell one at the end, you put your house on him. I mean, he's normally really good at finishing in that situation, isn't he?
No, absolutely.
Martinez is a very good goalkeeper, isn't he, of course?
He is. He's a wonderful keeper. But, I mean, all these entitled fools, that's what I call them, calling for Poch's head already. Oh, it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Have a look at what Forest did with Steve Cooper. They so easily could have got rid of him, and they didn't, and they're reaping those rewards now. Yeah. And honestly, if you had an AI manager hybrid of Pep and Fergie would struggle with this team. They've got no goals in them.
Yeah.
Sterling seems to have he sort of made a bit of an effort before Gareth decided he wasn't right, and then that seems to have affected him really badly. He hasn't been the same since. Jackson's just not up to it. He's not. He might be eventually, but he isn't at the moment.
With a bit of help from a good number 10 alongside him.
Yes, but the thing is, when they lost Nkunku, they should have signed another striker, not three more defensive midfielders.
Yeah.
It's not Poch's fault that the recruitment has been so haphazard. They bought some good players, but they've also not taken a balanced approach that you need for a football team, and it's really surprising. And the Chelsea owners, apparently, they're not happy with the project. I'm not surprised, but it's a disaster of their own making.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
nice.
you very much.
Nice, keeping it Chelsea. That's very nice. Yeah.
No, so you've got to give it time. There's no point. There's going to be a lot of noise around Chelsea. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
So that makes it harder for the players because every chance that's missed, you start seeing the headlines. Footballers are like that. Sometimes they're thinking, we're going to get slaughtered for that.
Yeah, so confidence will be at a low. They need to. They've got Fulham and Burnley next. They've got to take something from those games.
Are they where you're away at Fulham?
Away in both games, but they need to take 4 points out of the 6, I'd say.
I think the way Burnley play will suit, as it suited us, will suit your runners.
It'll always come down to the same thing. You've got to put the ball in the net. Everybody knows that, and so that is the hardest thing in football. That's why everybody wants Ivan Toney. But again, Chelsea need a plan B and C if they do go in for him. It's not just outbid Spurs and Arsenal and overpay for the guy that puts so much pressure on him. There's no point.
Yeah,
set a price. Is it 80 million? Fine, okay, that's the price. Make the offer. If Spurs outbid or Arsenal outbid, fine, that's the way it goes. And have a plan B and a plan C. That's what directors of football are supposed to do. I think these two have got away with murder, in my view.
Yeah.
Really, all the criticism is falling on Poch and the owners, but I blame the two blokes in charge of recruitment.
Yeah.
I think they've recruited some good players. I think Nkunku looked good. It's not their fault. It's not Poch's fault.
But it's the holes they've left in the squad, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's, how much cover do you need Lavia?
Why would you sell Lewis Hall, who was the best, and out of the left backs that you've got, apart from Chilwell, is just not on himself at the moment. But I mean, why sell him and keep Cucurella?
It looks like he's off. They're suggesting that I don't get why that has gone so badly. He looked fantastic at Brighton.
But, tomorrow night they're playing Brighton, and of course they're going to lose that game. It's almost inevitable. Brighton are in good form. They're a lot better than Chelsea.
Do you think he should make a lot of changes tomorrow night?
No, I think he should play his best team.
Right, because from a confidence point of view and get some goals, because Brighton are going to make changes,
he's going to need Brozier on Monday at Fulham, so he should play him first, get some,
he came on the other day, didn't he?
Get some yards.
Brozier came on at the weekend.
Yeah. And
how did he look?
Well, you know, a bit
Missed the header,
a
didn't
bit
he?
raw,
Yeah.
but you know, a bit sort of rusty, as you would be being. But apparently, he's really, really quick, and he's got a big size about him. He could be the answer. He could score a few goals.
Yeah.
You know, we saw with other teams. You know, with Spurs, when they were losing to Sheffield United, they got those 2 goals. It boosts confidence. It makes you feel like you can go on and do something if you do that. But if you keep missing, again, like against Bournemouth, they miss 4 chances in 20 minutes. If you do that, you're not going to win the game.
No.
If you score one of those, suddenly you get confidence. Suddenly the other team goes back a bit. You've got a chance.
What did you make of Villa?
Good, decent. You know, I thought it was a very good game until Gusto got sent off. Both teams wanted to win. But I didn't see that they were better than us. They weren't. You know,
I mean, the tail of the tape was pretty close. I mean, they had more shots. They had more shots.
But a lot of them would be after Gusto got sent off.
Gone off.
Before he got sent off, I think they had 2 shots, which you know Sanchez saved well.
And that thing about a striker, Ollie Watkins getting 2 bites of that one he scores, and that's the mark of having a striker.
That's the difference,
You've
isn't
got
it?
a proper striker.
You know, if you put Drogba, Costa,
Drogba and Costa,
or Costa, or Crespo, or Jimmy Floyd in this particular team, we wouldn't be 14th. I promise you.
No.
So,
anyway,
be patient.
so quite balanced, I'd say, quite measured and quite balanced, thanks to Jason Cundy and their little mini support group.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.